The gold standard of contracting today does not exist, and we want to be known for having delivered that to the rest of the world. So the vision is at some point to turn from a noun to a verb. If somebody can say that, let's go ahead and spot draft it, I think we've made some dent in what we wanted to, where we wanted to go.
For AI, especially in legal tech where there's so much text, and we are lucky and glad to be on the forefront of that.
Deep integrations of SpotDraft with all the tools that are used by the business teams.
SpotDraft is building the Salesforce for contracts. SpotDraft started with one of my co-founders, Madhav, them coming, and he sent a contract to me and he said, "Bro, you're the only free lawyer I know, can you take a look at it?" And it was a contract between two Indian parties, but the applicable law was Singapore law. So I was like, man, isn't there a way if there are two Indian parties, the applicable law is always Indian law? And he said, bro, it's called machine learning. And that was the start of our journey into SpotDraft. What I knew was legal today is a input driven metric, which means the revenue focus is on the number of hours you spend, not on the output that you create. Now, if you're billed by the hour, efficiency is not really your friend, and it becomes really expensive for businesses to go and get external legal services at an affordable price. The only way to do that was to have machines do a lot of the lower level tasks and taking all of this unstructured legal text and creating actionable legal inference from it. So we knew that artificial intelligence or an artificially intelligent machine was the only way that this could be scaled if we were to build it as a product. I, as a lawyer, had already done services, and we didn't feel like just creating a cheaper service model in itself was the solution to it. So that led us to going towards a more AI-led model.
Gen AI revolution, what we've seen is that things that earlier required a lot more effort in terms of tweaking the models, training the models, even creating data, a lot of that has gone away, and we are now able to deliver, if not same, then even higher accuracy, but using significantly less data. And this has been sort of the foundation to a lot of features that we've launched over the last year, and even a new product that we launched called Verify. But it's going to be even more foundational moving forward, because that was us just getting started, and now we have features that are going to come into every part of the app. And again, we want to focus on assisting you and making sure that we can give you the right information in context to make a better decision, as opposed to make that decision for you.
People have picked us as the choice because we've been more consultative in our process of selling, and we look at this as a partnership as opposed to watch like a vendor and a customer relationship. So that has taken us the longer way with some of these customers.
We really sort of understand this domain very well. We know how legal teams from everywhere, from like Indian companies like PhonePe, Cred, Unacademy, to US companies like Airbnb, Notion, Strava, Mixpanel, how they all end up like operating, right? And that kind of knowledge is something you only get with experience.
We want to be where our customers are and where their processes are, as opposed to forcing them to learn a new thing and use a new thing. And that's why we tend to build our integration layer first.
Our dominant markets are India and US, and then we have a fair bit of customers in Europe as well. Globally, we work with companies like Airbnb, Strava, Notion, Apollo, more recently Mixpanel and Crunchbase. It is a multi-cultural team, and it wasn't easy for us to build a team that was spread across different time zones and geographies. It took a couple of iterations before getting it right. The first thing is we try and immerse everyone in what's called the SpotDraft culture, and the way we do that is anybody who joins SpotDraft comes to the India office within the first few months of being there. So that way they're able to understand what what working here in HQ looks like and what that sort of SpotDraft culture is, and they're able to take some pieces of that back. And overarching goals for the company, and ultimately, no matter what language you speak and what culture you're from, if you're able to align on the values of the company and the overarching goals, then you're able to unite everyone together towards a common objective.